Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining today. We have a very exciting session upcoming by Dr. Prabhu on Swachh devices. What an occasion to have this session today on Gandhi Jayanti and as well as Shastri Jayanti. Prior to that, I would request Vidisha to start our CIO Club video. Thank you.
CIO Club is an initiative of CIO Association, an association of CIOs by CIOs and for CIOs. CIOs of Indian enterprises has formed the CIO Club, registered as the CIO Association. CIO Club is a non-profit and the largest association of chief information officers in India. It is registered under the Indian Societies Act. CIO Club was formed in 2008, and from one chapter in 2008, CIO Club has now grown to 10 chapters over the years. We now have chapters in Mumbai, Delhi NCR, Chennai, Bangalore, Pune, Coimbatore, Hyderabad, Kolkata, Kerala, and Ahmedabad. From a humble beginning of 30 CIOs in Mumbai, it has now grown to more than 1,800 plus members across the country. CIO Club is governed by a governing body and the chapter managing committees which drive the CIO Club objectives nationally. Our technology partners leverage this strong platform to showcase their products and services to the CIOs. The key objectives of the club are to share experience, enhance knowledge, and explore better business solutions by leveraging the collective wisdom of a large number of CIOs who are registered members. The primary objective is to drive the business benefit to the organizations of the member CIOs and also help CIOs in their professional growth as effective leaders. The club also encourages entrepreneurial spirit by providing a platform for sharing and generating innovative ideas in the larger interest of the community. CIOs from every industrial domain indulge in this endeavor for the evolution of the IT community. Today, CIO Club is poised to scale up in terms of location spread, breadth of membership, and building new alliances to bring international best practices within the reach of the community. International club relationships are being built. One such initiative is CIONet. Members of CIO Club get free access to a wealth of knowledge and opportunities to network and mark their presence in the international community of CIOs. More emphasis is being led on knowledge sharing, and also avenues of spreading this knowledge to other members of the IT departments are being set up. CIO Club is actively working with industry bodies such as NASSCOM, CII, ASSOCHAM to ensure that the CIO community has a voice in such forums. We have also constituted special interest groups on IT security and digital transformation to strengthen knowledge and experience sharing in these two critical areas of information technology. We are working towards a welfare program and executive education program for CIOs, and it will be launched shortly for all the members of the CIO Club. So, join the CIO Club and start learning, sharing, and caring. For more details, visit us on cioclub.com. Follow us on LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.
Thank you, Vidisha ji. With that, I'll hand over mic to Raju Sahab to give a welcome note for the CIO community here. Thank you. Raju Sahab.
Good afternoon, friends. Today, we have participation from all chapters. I welcome you all on behalf of CIO Club for this long-awaited session. We have with us Dr. Anant Prabhu, who had conducted a fabulous session for us on 5th September, where we have got fantastic response from all of you. That session was highly appreciated and liked by all. This is an honor for us to have Dr. Prabhu available with us once again. He will conduct a session today on the topic Swachh devices. Good afternoon, Dr. Prabhu, and a warm welcome to you. Just to give you an update about Dr. Prabhu is highly qualified professional and did MTech in computer science MBA in Information Science, Doctor of Philosophy in Computer Engineering. He is Professor and Principal Investigator of Cybersecurity and Digital Forensics at Sahyadri College of Engineering and Management. He has so far conducted more than 2,500 workshops all across on cybersecurity related topics. He is also an author of more than 8 books. To name few, these are The Text Message That Killed Me, CyberSafe Gun version 4.0, The Samurai Who Sold His Suzuki, the Little Black Book of Parents, The Little Black Book of Teachers, The Little Black Book of for Students, and many more. Once again, I warm welcome to all of you and Dr. Prabhu. Over to you, Yogesh ji.
Yogesh Sab, you are on mute.
Yes, thank you. Before we start our session, exciting session by Dr. Prabhu, I just wanted to tell all the participants that we have a small contest of our take a selfie, click a selfie and share it with CIO Club on a WhatsApp group. Some of the exciting prizes are waiting for you. So please go ahead, click a selfie with you, with your family members, those who are participating in this webinar, and let's learn the best practices on keeping Swachh devices. Over to you, Dr. Prabhu.
Thank you very much, Yogesh sir, and thank you very much for the kind introduction, and Rajiv sir, and also special thanks to Anish sir for making this happen. So thanks, and a warm welcome to all of you. I'm going to share my PPT, just give me a minute. All right, so a very auspicious day, Gandhi Jayanti, Shastri Jayanti, and also our Swachh Bharat 2.0. What is the main focus on Swachh Bharat 2.0 and Amrit 2.0? Can anyone tell me in the chat box, please? What's the USP of Swachh Bharat 2.0? Because from today it's going to be 2.0, right? So anyone? What's it to do with what's new here? The Swachh Bharat 2.0 and
sir, I think this is more, from your previous session. We would be now moving forward to the new, 2.0, which is today, and you would introduce us to how to keep our devices Swachh, from the malware, from the Trojans, and a lot of now with the digital, sir, with OLX and a lot of those things, Quicker, and a lot of those things are really trying to send some OTP or tell something and try to fraud or do some fraud.
Absolutely. Thank you, Tusharji, for the answer. And Parmanji also, you're right. And there's one more answer by Uditji. Yes. So just like how they are planning for garbage free and with regard to water as well. So they want clean water. So similarly, with Swachh devices, we are planning for malware free and cleaner devices. So that's about Swachh devices. And once again, welcome to all of you. Now, I have a quick question again, but before I put this question, I'm going to tell all of you, I'm only going to give 5 seconds, okay? Max 10 seconds. Max 10 seconds. I want the answer in the chat box by everyone, and I'm going to give a prize to the winner, all right? So without wasting any time, I'm going to ask the question. Here you go. The question is, how many words in English language? Quickly answer this. How many words in English language? So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, I'm going to give another 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. So I'm glad that I don't have to give the gift to anybody, and the gift is going to be with me only, because I thought I'm going to give an iPhone to the winner. All right. So I'm joking. Nothing like that. Okay. So see, the question was how many words? Okay. I didn't ask how many letters, how many alphabets. I didn't ask. So how many words in English? All right. So look at this. There are 171,476 words in English language. This is as per the second edition of the 20-volume English dictionary. 171,476. Now, it was just 2 seconds ka kaam for all of you. All you had to do was just say 2 magical words on your phone, and then this would open, and then you could ask the question, and then you would have got the answer. See, I'm going to tell this now. Okay, Google. In how many of your phones did Google prompt open just by listening to what I've said? Okay, Google. Did Google prompt open on anyone's phone? On mine it did. I didn't have to press any button. All right. So how did this happen? This happened because even if I'm over here and I'm saying, okay, Google, so the Google prompt opens. See, it opened over here. I didn't press any button. Tusharji's no, Uditji no. Anybody's phone it opened. It's voice activated in my case. Okay. All right. So it's simple, because see, when it comes to no, okay, I'm glad. So when it comes to these words, Hamlet and Macbeth of William Shakespeare has got about 30,000, 18,000 words. Okay. But look at PayPal, more than 30,000 words in their terms and conditions. So the first thing that we're going to do is today, we are going to understand that the biggest lie which all of us tell in our lives is, I have read the terms and conditions, and we click on that checkbox. We tick on that checkbox. So this is what we do. This is the biggest lie none of us read. But from today, I want you to read those terms and conditions. Now you're going to tell, Anand Prabhu, how can somebody read 19,000, 20,000, 10,000 words? We don't even read one page properly. How can we do that? Nothing to worry. I'm going to show this website to you. This thing, right? So whenever you are going to install any app, or whenever you're going to download a software, it's going to take your permissions. It's going to ask you for certain things, and we need to know what is it going to do with our data. Therefore, this is the website. So the website is tosdr.org. Okay, please look at this. You don't have to note down anything, because I'm going to share the PPT with Anis sir in some time. Okay, so it is tosdr.org. Now this is the website which stands for Terms of Service Didn't Read. Okay, I have read and agreed to the terms and conditions. That's what we put. So this site is a fantastic site wherein you can name the website. Okay, so you can also, all of you can visit this website right away. You can go to this tosdr.org. You just type Facebook there, and you are going to understand what all data Facebook is going to take from you. What does their terms and condition tell? And within 10 lines, they're going to tell this thing to you. So a fantastic feature wherein you can understand what exactly does the terms and conditions do in a very, very short and concise summary. Okay, so anybody visited this website right now? tosdr.org. I request all of you to please go to this site, because this is very important for all of us to understand what exactly happens. Okay, so everybody has visited. Fantastic. So terms of service didn't read. Okay, in that you can just see now. I'm going to Facebook, and Facebook is at the top, and they've put it in red color. You can see that. You know, Facebook is in red color because they are going to take a lot of your data. They're going to read your private messages. They're going to show you ads based on what you do. They're going to take your browsing history. They're going to, the deleted content is also not deleted at all. They're going to store it. So all these things are there. And you can see some other sites like Amazon is amber in color. And you can see some sites, DuckDuckGo is green in color. You can see DuckDuckGo, which is green, which shows that it's a relatively safer site. Okay. Anyway, so today's first learning was about TOSDR, Terms of Service didn't read. Okay, this is number one. Now, most of us think, today we're going to talk about Swachh devices. Most of us think that if I go to this incognito mode, that means it will not, I will be almost invisible, or I'm going to be invincible. Nobody can actually understand what I'm doing online. Absolutely false, okay? Especially this Google Chrome wala incognito. Very, very dangerous. So what I've done is, there is a fantastic table, which you can see in my next slide, which tells even if you're on incognito mode, you'll be tracked. Why? Because your browsing history is not deleted from the computer. Though the browsing history doesn't show up there, it is stored in the computer. In case of Chrome, Explorer, Mozilla, Waterfox, that there's a Waterfox in Mozilla, and then you have the Safari. So this you're not protected from your internet service provider, from your government, from hundreds of data collectors, and also from your employer. So this is basically a chart which shows you that even though you're on incognito mode, you're not actually incognito. So if you really want to be incognito, I would recommend you to download this browser, which is called as Epic. EPIC. Anybody using Epic here in today's participants? Anyone using Epic browser? The name of the browser is called Epic. EPIC. No? Okay, no problem. So you can download this browser called as Epic, and that is really okay. So Uditji uses DuckDuckGo. So DuckDuckGo is the search engine that you're using. It's a fantastic thing. But even if you're using DuckDuckGo on Chrome, Chrome would still know a lot of things which you're going to search on DuckDuckGo. Therefore, if you really want privacy, then it is recommended, sir, you use DuckDuckGo on Epic. All right. So this is number one. Number two. And because see, your ISP, your internet service providers, if your data is not encrypted, that is, if you're browsing on a website where there is no padlock, then they can exactly see which site you're visiting, your emails, and whether you're streaming any data, and also your Bitcoin transactions. Okay. Now you may be thinking Bitcoin is very, very secure and very incognito. No, not at all. Not at all. Bitcoin uses, the client uses ordinary standard unencrypted messages with the TCP, which very, very easily your ISP can figure out the transactions that you have done. Okay. Therefore, my sincere request for you people, if at all you're using Bitcoin, if you're using Bitcoin, never use it on a regular browser. You have to use the Bitcoin transaction has to happen on a Tor browser or on VPN. Otherwise, it is no point, because I've seen some people openly using Bitcoins. So if you simply want to tell people that you're having a Bitcoin and you're doing the transaction, then chalta, you can do it. But if you really want anonymity, you want to be incognito, then the Bitcoin has to happen, the transaction on VPN, or the best one is you do Bitcoin on Tor. Okay. So this is number two. And even if your data is encrypted, still the ISPs can see a lot of things, because there is something called as homomorphic encryption, wherein even if the data is encrypted, you can still figure out what it is and what exactly is coming and going. So be careful with what we do. So it's always recommended to use VPN. Okay. Now, when you use VPN, the virtual private network, what happens is all the data that comes and goes is encrypted. And if you want a list of some free VPNs, I'm going to give it to you so that you can use them. But then I would always recommend you to use paid VPN, because and along with that, always make sure that you use HTTPS everywhere. So there is a feature called HTTPS everywhere, so that all connections are encrypted, and use email with the TLS. Now, I told it in the last seminar, Gmail is not at all a safe email for you to use. Please use Proton Mail. Okay, use Proton Mail, and in that again you have free as well as paid. So use that, a good VPN, and keep your Bitcoin transactions anonymous. If you're using Bitcoins, anonymous. How do you do that? Over Tor. And always remember, put a lot of data on through your internet. In the sense, if you're browsing something, if you're doing anything, keep YouTube open on one window, keep a streaming, downloading thing on another window. So 2-3 windows you keep open where a lot of traffic comes, because if you're just doing one work at a time, then through your network, through the bandwidth, they can figure out what exactly is happening. But if a lot of data is coming through your channel, then what happens, communication channel, then what happens is it becomes difficult even for the ISPs to understand what is going on. Because number one, you're using HTTPS, and number two, you are padding it with a lot of data. Therefore, it is always recommended to create inbound traffic by playing audio streams and whatnot, file sharing and all that, so that this way you can be a little safer. Okay, now these are the tips which were given by this man. Now, who is this man? It's not, I did not give these tips. These tips were given by him. Anyone? Who is he? Who is this man?
Snowden.
Absolutely. He is Edward Snowden, the founder of WikiLeaks. Okay, so this is how it is. And because see, basically what happens is all of us have private data as well as public data. So the problem comes when our private data becomes public. So we have to always remember that data on our phones can, on our digital devices, can any day, any private data can become public, because we don't know how exactly it is stored, which are the other apps that are stealing it, what exactly is happening. We have no clue at all. Therefore, we should be very careful with what data we store in the vault. We have to be very, very careful, and we should always remember that if the data is very confidential, very secretive, very important, and in that case, don't store it in a device that is connected to the internet. Always store it offline. This is number one, because data is the new oil. Data is the new oil, and the new generation oil companies are these big MNCs, because all they need is your data. The other day, Apple had paid a few $1 billion to Google. Why did Apple pay a few $1 billion to Google? I think about $6 billion they paid to Google. Why? Because, I'm sorry, the other way around. Google paid $6 billion to Apple. Why did Google pay that much money? Because Google wanted to be the default search engine on iOS devices, which means, just imagine if Google is ready to pay $1 billion is about 7,500 crores. So imagine if Google is going to pay about $6 or $7 billion, then it's going to be crazy, right? It's going to be crazy, because imagine the amount of money Google can generate just with our data, because that is how important data is for all of them. So now a quick example. This is one of the latest phones that has come into the market, which is Samsung Flip and Samsung Fold. Let us assume that you have your phone, okay, and you carry your phone everywhere you go. And basically what happened is, let us assume that while going somewhere, your phone just falls off. It just falls off and you don't know where it has fallen. And we know that our phones have got a lot of things, like we have credit card numbers, phone calls, location, visited sites, deleted files, passwords, and all that. So how do we ensure that in such a contingency, in such a situation where our phone is lost? What do we do? I know most of you have for sure got a lot of data, and there are people who are interested to steal your data. So number one, if you're on iOS, please enable these three things, okay? Find my iPhone, find my network, and send the last location. So these three things should be enabled if you're using iOS. And if you're using Android, I request all of you to please go to your phones and just type find my device. Okay, so the minute you press find my device, you're going to get this screen which will play sound, lock and erase. Now, if your phone is on silent mode, if it is somewhere at home and you don't know where you have kept it, you can just press that play sound and your phone is going to ring. Or if you have not put a password, then you can lock it remotely. And then if you feel no, there's no chance of getting my phone, in that case you can just press erase, so that the phone, all the data in the phone gets erased, and then it goes to factory reset, so that even though somebody gets your phone, he gets a brand new phone without any confidential data of yours. So these are the things, because our phones are always with us and sometimes we happen to miss them. But then here are some of the policies, sample policies that can be implemented in your organization. That is, lost phones, if it is a company phone, should be immediately reported to the IT department within 8 hours, and always have the capability to remotely track and wipe it. And also, I recommend everybody to use fingerprints, but use your little finger as a fingerprint. Don't use your thumb and index fingers, because fingerprints are one of those few factors which you cannot change. Now, for example, we have two-factor authentication, multi-factor authentication. So one of the factors is password. Other one is the biological password, which is a fingerprint or a retina. Retina, I don't recommend anybody to give, because what happens is all these devices, most of them are Chinese, and you never know that they're going to store all your biological information and it can be used against you. For an instance, I'm just telling you, these new type of ATMs have come in our country, which is called as AEPS. Now, has anybody heard of it? It's called AEPS. If yes, please put yes in the comment section. Yeah, AEPS. Okay, so I get one hand which is raised. So AEPS stands for Aadhaar Enabled Payment System. Now here basically what happens is, if I have your biometric, and if I have your Aadhaar number, that's all I need. I can go to the ATM, I can enter your Aadhaar number, I give you a biometric which I can 3D print and just put it over there. Okay, I can take up to 10,000 rupees from your account without your password, without your OTP, without your PIN, without anything. All I need is only two things. One, your Aadhaar number, which is very easily available these days, right? And number two is what? Your biometric authentication. So I tell everybody, don't give your thumb and your index finger always. Please give your little finger, so that little finger is always for the phones. Okay, now all of you, you know that *#06# is used for what? Anyone? Why is it used on your phones?
IMEI number.
Absolutely, for the International Mobile Equipment Identification Number. So IMEI number, for that we use the *#06#. I request all of you to please enter *#06# right away and take a screenshot of your IMEI, because tomorrow, and store that screenshot somewhere in your email, so that tomorrow if your phone is lost, then you can use this IMEI number and give the police complaint, so that they can block it. Because this is a new website which has come in India, which is called TAFCOP. I request all of you to please visit this website right away. It's called tafcop.dgtelecom.gov.in. Okay, tafcop. I can type it here. tafcop.dgtelecom.gov.in. Okay, yeah. So this is the website. You can go here. You can enter your mobile number here. You can enter your mobile number. It's going to ask for the OTP. Enter the OTP. This site will tell you. How many numbers have been procured by people using your Aadhaar card. Okay, so what happens is, you know that there are situations wherein you go to a reprographic center, that is a photocopy Xerox center, and you give your Aadhaar card, and that guy prints one copy and gives it to you, and in his memory he stores your Aadhaar, so that after you're gone he takes one more printout and keeps it there, because you give him only 1 rupee for the photocopy, the Xerox copy. But when it comes to there is an organized gang which will come and take each of these Aadhaar for 25 rupees because they are going to pay 25 rupees, take the Aadhaar, and on your name, they're going to buy a new connection. So this is what basically happens. So I was shocked to see some of the important people, even on their Aadhaar cards, many of the SIM cards were bought. And I request you to please go to the site right away and enter. This is a government website, so nothing scary or spooky here. So please go there. And if at all you find one number which is not yours or somebody else has taken with your Aadhaar, there is an option there called report. Please click on that right away. Did you log in, all of you? Works fine?
Yes, it works fine. So far, what I see from myself, there are about 18 odd, and of course, I recognize all those numbers from the validation perspective.
Okay.
But thank you for the information.
Super. Okay. Not received OTP. Okay. Unfortunate.
that is.
Yeah. Okay, so this is one, and then there is one more feature which I want to share with all of you. It's called Works Well for KRC Murthy. Fantastic, sir. Okay, so I want you all to visit this website called ceir.gov.in. I have put this in the chat box. It's called Central Equipment Identity Register. Okay, so Central Equipment Identity Register, this is another government website wherein you can, in case if you have lost your phone, you can enter your IMEI there, and if somebody gets your phone and tries to log on to a network, it would never happen. Somebody is talking to me, or is the mic on?
No, I think it was a mummer. I'll request everyone else to keep on mute. You continue, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. So please visit this website. Did you visit, all of you? ceir.gov.in. It's not working in all the states. It's working only in a few states. Udit-ji,
yes.
Okay. Yeah, fantastic. So everybody has gone to it. So this is a site where you can block stolen or lost phones, unblock found phones, and you can also do the check request. So two important things which the government has come out with. So please save them. One is StaffCop, where you can check how many how many numbers have been linked to your Aadhaar card. Okay, so this is very important because tomorrow some terrorism activity happens or some unwanted thing happens, then you will be liable for that. Okay, because then you can prove that it was not me and all that, but then the legal system hiccups are going to be terrible. Therefore, I request all of you to immediately check with your Aadhaar number how many of them have been linked, and if there is anything that has been linked, please immediately remove it off if it is not yours, so that tomorrow if something happens, you can always show a screenshot of that and tell, I have already reported and it is not my problem. I don't know what it is. So Pratap ji, I have just put it in the chat box as well. It is called ceir.gov.in. I'm going to put it once again in the chat box, Pratap ji. So yeah, so here you go. So it's ceir.gov.in. All right. Yeah. So one number is showing multiple times. That's fine, sir. If it's as long as it is one number, it's okay. I can see 30 numbers taken against my number. Good Lord. KRC sir, Murthy sir, immediately please report it, because I think the photocopy shop where you went and gave it, horrible. That guy must have given to everyone, with your card. So a lot of 100 duplicate numbers. Please look at it, because otherwise it's going to be terrible. Report all of them. Okay, report all of them. So Durai Swamiji, it is good. Super. Okay. So this is yet to be, these services are yet to be popularized by the government, because they're still in the beta stage, and because we work closely with the government, we get to know all these features. That's the reason I'm sharing it, so that you get to access them much before what others are in fact going to get. Okay, so super. Okay, so report it is there, sir. See there, only below the number you can tell it's not my number, it's this, that option is there. Please go to that and do it. Okay. Okay. Now, my guru Sanjay Sahai sir has already said that hacking is the new normal. I told you what hacking is the new normal is, where 95% of the digital devices have been hacked or compromised in one way or the other, and 5% don't know that they have been hacked or compromised. So this is the problem. So how do devices get hacked? Devices get hacked majorly by social engineering, number one. Then you have the programming based hacking, where you use rootkits and all that. And the third one is by physical access. So somebody comes to your device, installs a keylogger and goes, or comes there, and over the shoulder they peep, and all these things. So social engineering, programming based hacking, and physical access. So these are some of the ways. So the Gandhi's monkeys had put it over here. So observe, just don't see. Speak, just don't talk. Listen, just don't hear. And utilize, don't get addicted. So this is about the Gandhi's monkeys on the Gandhi Jayanti. So this is one takeaway. And look at this.
Something much bigger. Your kids probably have one of these, right? Not quite. Hell of a pilot? No. That's skill. That is an airstrike of surgical precision. It's one of a range of products. Trained as a team, they can penetrate buildings, cars, trains, evade people, bullets, pretty much any countermeasure. They cannot be stopped. Now, I said...
Okay, so you saw this. Now, my intention was not to scare you, but these type of devices, these drones, are already in the market, and very soon they are going to be the new normal everywhere. Okay, so why did I tell this is because these gun wielding drones and these small drones with the facial recognition. See, basically what happens is, I want you all to please go to this website called as socialcatfish.com. Okay. Now this Social Catfish is one website where you can upload your photo and you can see where exactly or which are the social media accounts that are there with your account, with your photo. Okay, so this is very important for all of us to know, because usually what happens is a lot of fake profiles are created, and also many people, they don't want to put their photos, so they randomly download somebody's photo and they put. So Social Catfish is one tool wherein you can upload your image and do a reverse search and find out if at all your image has been there somewhere. Now, why am I telling this is because if your image is there, I can give your image as an input to this particular drone. And if I know where you are, even though there are 1,000 people over there, my drone can go and identify you and go and shoot you, or at least, if not shoot, at least find you, and then some other action can be done against you. Now, this was the my postdoctoral fellow, my PDF research project, which I did in the University of Houston, Texas, way back in 2017. All right, now 2021, the technology has evolved very much. So my sincere request for all of you is upload photos. Now see this selfie photo, all that is going on, absolutely fine. Do it, but within your group. When you are uploading anything on social media, when I'm talking about Facebook and all that public, when you're doing it, please be careful. Upload photos that are of not high resolution, because high resolution photos, what it will do is, if these guys get your photos, then Pakka, they can identify you and target you. And recently one drone has targeted one Israeli nuclear scientist and just killed him. Not drone, it was an autonomous weapon which was kept somewhere. And when his vehicle came, it recognized his car number plate and shot him. So all these things can happen. So we have to ensure that we do not expose too much of our data, especially our kids' photos. So don't upload kids' photos anywhere, because it becomes easier not only for people to pedophiles to download the pictures, but also for people to target your children for anything. So be careful. I don't want to stress more on these aspects, but please remove the pictures that are there. Go to this Social Catfish, all of you, Social Catfish, all of you, and upload your DP, whichever you have put on social media, because it's already there. So it doesn't matter. So upload it and see if at all there are. And if at all you come across any of these profiles, immediately report it so that it has to be taken down, because I don't think so anybody would want to have their photo used as a profile picture by some random person. And our defense forces are already using this. So we are having drones with multiple weapons which can ward off all these pirates and everybody. So going on well, everything is going well. But politicians also should be very careful, right? So when they're standing somewhere and some drone comes and just hits him. So this is the new age right now. And recently that drone attacks happened in Saudi Arabia a few years ago, where they did not even know from where did the drones come. It attacked, and then a lot of $1 billion were lost. And yes, if you are having a very if your organization is very resource sensitive, critical infrastructure is there and all that, please invest on these devices which are called as drone shields. Okay, now these drone shields are devices which you need to buy and give it to your those security guards outside, so that if any drone comes near your organization, they can just put it down. Okay, so they can bring it down. This works in the same principle of which I told you in the last lecture, which is EMP, electromagnetic pulse. So you can have an electromagnetic pulse gun. So you're going to send bursts of electromagnetic impulse to that particular drone. Drone comes down, drone falls down, and once the drone falls down, what you can do is you can take that drone, and then you can also, for those of you enthusiasts who are interested to know about drone, then what you can do is you can go to this website called as Oxygen Forensic. So in Oxygen Forensic, you can take that drone, you can connect it, and you can find out from where did the drone come, what was programmed in the drone, what was the trajectory or the pathway that was followed by the drone. All these things you can do. So this is one very interesting area, because my love is towards drones. So you can download this Oxygen Forensics maps and then connect it and find out where the drone has come and all that. But anyways, what you need to do is drone shield is the device. Okay, it's the device. All right, sir. So Uditji, Social Cat, see, these are all freemium services, sir. So freemium services in the sense, some of the features that they give is free, and the rest they charge a premium. So that's 38 social sites are using the image. Subhashji, careful. Okay, you can also do one thing. You can also try to what is that, reverse search using TinEye. Okay, I'm going to type that website here. It's called TinEye. So you can check it on TinEye, and you can also check it on Google Images and just find out whether which are the sites where your images are used, so that you can immediately report it to the concerned websites. All right. Okay. So drone shield is one of the items, one of the tools, weapons to bring down drones. Okay. Anybody here, do you fly drones? Anyone got drones or enthusiasts drone flying? So, okay, good. So Yogesh ji is there. Okay. So basically what happens, I request you to go to this website called Digital Sky. So Digital Sky is the website of India with regard to drones. And on August 26th, recently, they have come out with the new guidelines in the Digital Sky, where now you can fly 400 feet high in green zone, 200 feet in yellow zone, and you can't fly in the red zones. And they made it very easy to get a remote pilot license, so you can apply for it as well. Anyways, so just a brief history. The German code machine Enigma was first broken by the British and the Americans. During the World War II, what they used to do is they used to code the method in which the army had to attack. And then it was back then in 1930s, it was broken and they decrypted all the messages that was there in that. And that is how they could figure out what was the next move of Germany. So courtesy National Security Agency of the US. But this is how way back in 1930 also, this hacking and all that was going on. And this is a cartoon where the wife says, I forgot my password, and the husband says, don't worry, Russian hackers and the NSA and the CIA, everybody has a copy of it. Because see, what happens is most of the times during the social engineering, like for example, I asked somebody which is a favorite color, which school did you study in, what is your mother's name, 4 or 5 questions. So we know that most of them are social engineering tactics. So we say no, no, no. But at one point, some small mistake we do and we say yes. And that is where the whole attack starts happening. For example, I'm pretty sure that many of you have these EMV chip-based cards, and some of you also have the RFID cards. Now, RFID cards, what happens is up to 2,000 rupees in India, you can do a transaction without OTP and without ATM PIN. So this is how you just have to, flash the card. That's all you have to do. They say tap the card or flash the card, no touching it. So now it is 5,000 rupees. It has been increased. And by the grace of God, what they have done recently, the orders were passed last October, but recently they've disabled this for all of them. They've disabled this for all of them now. And if you want to use that feature, you have to go to the website, your net banking, and then you have to enable the feature. Now, why this I'm telling is because you can otherwise this RFID based, we know how the FASTag works and all that. So you have a card reader and you just keep it near somebody's wallet, and automatically what will happen is you can take 5,000 rupees, as Murthy sir has said, 5,000 gone, and you would not even know if your phone is not next to you, you will not know the money gone as well. Therefore, we have to be very careful if you are using these type of cards. I'm pretty sure that many of you must be having titanium, the Infinia cards and whatnot, the black cards and all that. So in that case, my sincere request for all of you is please buy these 50 rupees cover. You get these covers for 20, 30, 40 rupees and put your card in that and put it in the wallet. Okay. Otherwise, what you can do is you can buy these, like I use this. Now, my wallet is a RFID protected wallet. So you get these wallets which are RFID safe wallets, and you can keep your cards in that. See, even I have these RFID based cards. Now, what happens is if I keep it in my wallet in this, what happens? You cannot steal data from it because it is RFID protected. So this is very important for all of you, especially if you're having these RFID cards. Just see if your bank has blocked it, because HDFC has blocked it. I know it because I got the message telling that your RFID, your contactless card feature has been deactivated, disabled. Please visit the net banking to enable it if needed. So otherwise, if it is not done, then immediately you either disable it till you get these things and then put your card in that safely, securely, place it and then use it. So Sanjay ji is asking, does it mean in coming years we can call our soldiers from border? And sir, already we have been doing that. See, because laser fencing have started and a lot of things have happened, and even we are having a lot of drones now. The big drones. You don't need to send pilots also. The drones can go attack and come. And if you've seen of lately, the number of wars have also reduced. That is because these countries are right now targeting on cyber wars. So they're not looking at these regular shooting wars. They are siphoning off money. They're bringing the sites down. They're causing damage. They're reducing the availability. All these things they're doing. So a lot of cyber wars are happening, and drones, especially our country also. Now we have got some of the best drones now. So these drones will only do the, yeah, you're right, sir. We'll not need many people at all. Just like 10 years back, if you had visited a bank in one branch, we used to see about 15, 20 people working. Now we just have 2 or 3 because everything has got replaced by computers. So that is how the thing is. See, this is Locard's theory. Locard said that whenever somebody visits a crime scene, he will leave something of his at the scene, and he will take something from the scene with him. For example, if I go to a crime scene, probably I leave my hair or my fingerprint or my sweat or something, I leave it there, and from there I'll take some dust or I'll take something along with that with me and go. So this is Locard's theory, and this is Locard's picture. Criminals don't always tell the truth. Their computers, however, usually do. This Locard didn't tell this, I said. Okay, I've simply put this picture there. But what happens is a lot of things your computer tells, which in fact the criminals don't tell. Now, see, for example, this one. There's a guy who asks his girl, please send me one picture before I go to sleep. Now the girl is in dilemma. Should I send the picture or not? So what she will do is she'll think, if I don't send the picture, emotional atyachar of that boy will start. If I send the picture, then problem again. The problem is, what can I do if I send the picture tomorrow? If the picture gets leaked, or he blackmails me, or somebody else gets it and all that. So but finally, she gathers all the courage and she sends the picture. Now, most of us use WhatsApp to send the picture. Please, for God's sake, if you're sending pictures, you send pictures, but the thing is, don't send any controversial pictures. I'm talking about nudes and pictures where you're in minimal clothes and all that. Never, because WhatsApp, they say it is end-to-end encrypted. I don't believe in it. I don't believe in it at all. Okay. So this encryption end-to-end is a joke. And if you really want security, use Signal. So Signal is the, how many of you here on Signal? Just put in the comment box that you're there on Signal. Okay, just one. Okay, 2, 3. Good. So some of them on Signal, fantastic. So use Signal if you really want encryption, because this is a joke by WhatsApp. See, just imagine. Okay, I think you know that. See, Infosys company is I think it's about $9 or $11 billion company, and there are about 3 lakh employees. 3 lakh employees, and WhatsApp was bought by Facebook for $19 billion. And today, as of today, there are only 51 employees. 51. Okay, so 51 employees in one company, which is $19 billion, where every employee is a millionaire, number one. So just imagine how much money they are generating, and the only way that they're generating money is by your data. So we know how encryption works. So Caesar cipher, we know, plain text, ciphertext, all that we know. So earlier it was this single key encryption, where one key, symmetric key, where you use the same key for locking and unlocking, and anybody who had copies of that key could also lock and unlock your lock. But right now we are having this asymmetric key encryption, where there are 2 keys. One we call public key, which everybody has, who will use it for locking, and one is the private key, which only we have, which they tell that only you have, which is the biggest lie, because this private key is not only with you. Many governments will also have the private key. Many companies will also have the private key to decrypt, and even third parties also will be having the private key. So don't believe in this end-to-end encryption, all right, unless it is an end-to-end encrypted app done by you. If it is your own app, you know how things work. Otherwise, if it is somebody else's, don't believe. Always have that 1 or 2% doubt, because even see, these Yale locks had also come with 2 types of keys. So earlier it is one key for lock and unlock, but Yale locks came with 1 for locking and 1 for unlocking. So this is how end-to-end encryption should really work, public key and private key. But unfortunately it doesn't. So my request for all of you is, still we have to use encryption. So if you have any important documents like Word and all that, go to advanced there, in advanced, and you can see there one button called as checkbox called as encrypt content. So please do that on your important documents. Encrypt it, not just your files, also encrypt your drives. So how to encrypt your drives? You can install this app called software called as BitLocker, and after installing it, all the drives that are there on your systems, so you just right click on that, turn on BitLocker and encrypt it, so that tomorrow if somebody tries to get into your system by any ways, by keylogger or by somebody physically takes your hard drive and goes in, whatever happens, They will not get access to all your data because your data has been encrypted. Similarly, encrypt your phones also. How many of you have encrypted your phones? Put yes in the comment section. Okay, not encrypted phones. Yeah, so please encrypt your phones as well. So you can go to your phones, you can go to settings, and in settings there is an option there called encrypt phone. Immediately encrypt phone. So when you do encrypt phone, what happens is when you switch off your phone and switch it on, it is going to ask for your PIN. Okay, when you switch on your phone, it asks for a PIN. And if that PIN is not entered, nobody will be able to access your data that is there in the phone. So this is very important. Encrypting files, encrypting drives, encrypting phone. So these are the things that you need to do. So that way your Swachh device, your device is not only going to be Swachh, but also it's going to be secure. All right. I have also mentioned here how to encrypt your hard drive on Windows 10. So you can please go through these notes later. So what needs to be done in order to lock it. See, we have always heard this, right? Walls have got ears. Be careful before you talk something and all that. And also we have some people in our lives who are so interested to know what is happening in my life and all that. They will even go to that extent of keeping one glass near the other wall and trying to listen what over here, what others are talking. So we have to be very careful. So, and also in the last seminar, I go to the previous, which one, sir? Which screen do you want me to go, Sanjay ji? This one? This one? Okay. Anyways, I'm going to give the PPT, Sanjay ji, so should not be a problem. All right. So yeah, this is for Windows. This is for Windows 10. Okay, this is for Windows 10. MacBook also I'll give. Okay, I'll give it to you. So I'll send it across. This is number one. And see, we are having these type of people, so we'll be very careful. Now see this, the other day, two people were sitting in one room and talking. They were talking, okay? And there was a glass there. And you know that whenever you talk, your waves, audio waves from your mouth will go and hit the glass. And somebody was sitting 100 meters away with this device, this laser device, and pointing that one laser device, one to the glass, and the other one was capturing the laser, and it was recreating that sound, and this guy was hearing exactly what people were talking in 100 meters away from them. So even it's like binocular. With binocular, how you can zoom 100 meters, 500 meters away, right? Similarly, you get these laser devices which can record, where they can listen live to what you are talking. So this is how it is done. Document on how to encrypt. Yes, sir. I'll send it. If you tell me which is the device, I will send specific to that also. So number one is please install this privacy screens. Number one, all of you, please install privacy screens, 60-degree angle. So even if somebody is sitting next to you, will not be able to see what you are typing. So this is number one. Buy this. This is number one, the Swachh device. So put that privacy screen not only on your screens of your laptop, but also on your phone. So if you put a privacy filter on your phone, even when you are in the aeroplane, see, I've seen this. Whenever I'm sitting in the airplane, somebody sitting next to me, you know, he will be seeing what I'm typing, what I'm doing, and all that. So, but if you have this privacy screen, he will not be able to see anything. Only you will be able to see what is happening on your phone. So privacy filters number one, and you get this called Phone Safe Ultra. You can buy this. Okay, it's slightly expensive, I know that, but what happens is, I told you, that time when I'm talking to all of you, I'm simply saying okay Google, and see Google Assistant, again it opened. So you, people whose Google Assistant didn't open, that is because probably you have iPhone. So if you say hey Siri, so it may open. So in that case, what you need to do is, if you have this device called Phone Safe Ultra, it's a microphone defeater, which means if you take your phone and keep it inside that, whenever you are in your office and when you are talking anything, your phone is not recording, because your phone is always recording whatever you are talking. So we need to remember that phones 24/7, they record what we talk. 24/7, they record what we talk. Therefore, we have to be very careful, and our phones, if it records tomorrow, if you're talking something very confidential, private, there is a high possibility that the phone records and the other company gets to know what you're doing. Therefore, always you can have, or you can look for a cheaper alternative for this, and you can keep your phone in that, so that microphones get disabled. Or also you can buy this device which is called as white noise generator. So this is especially for people who have this problem where you're scared that some media guy may come and record what you're talking, or some other person comes with a camera or a audio recorder. So if you have this Rabbler white noise generator, so what it does is it generates one noise so that no mic can capture any sound in that particular room, because it will keep getting some distortion. So a distortion is generated, and this Rabbler is there, so you can go for Rabbler. And also for those of you who feel that somebody can come with the hidden camera and all that, you can buy this bug detector. You can have it in your room, or especially you're traveling and somebody, now see, if I don't like somebody, if I don't like say Yogesh Ji, I mean I love Yogesh Ji, but I'm just telling, if I don't like Yogesh Ji, what I can do is, if I track where he's going, so I know that he will be staying in a hotel, so, and if I know a little more about that, I can keep a camera in his hotel room, and when he's there I can record. So all these things can happen. So if you have this small device, bug detector, you will get to know if there is any streaming device that has been kept in your room vicinity. This is especially for people who feel that they may get snooped. Otherwise, don't get this thought in your head, because the minute you get such thoughts, everything will look like it is a hidden camera and a spy device to you. Okay. All right, so this is about it. And install antivirus on your phone. All of you, please install antivirus, because very, very important is, number one, paid antivirus, and number two is it has to be regularly updated, because antiviruses work on two principles. Number one, it works on signatures. So if the database is not updated, it will not get the latest signature. So your device is not protected. Second is anomaly detection. So some anomalous network data or something anomalous connection comes, then in that case, so paid antivirus, I would suggest McAfee, Norton, ESET Nord 32, Bitdefender, and you can also go for Kaspersky. So McAfee is one thing which I always like. Or if you want a cheaper alternative, like on the go, you want something, VirusTotal. Okay, free it. So you can go for VirusTotal, and you can upload the files, and then it will immediately tell you. So, and never take these free phones. Never. If anybody gives you a free phone, I mean, take it. You can take that phone from them, but please don't use that phone, because most of these free phones that somebody gifts you will be with a keylogger installed in it. And the keylogger, what it will do is, you can go to this website called as Refog. Okay, so you can go to this website called Refog, all of you. So Refog is the keylogger. So you can go to the site and download the keylogger, and this keylogger can be installed on a device and given to somebody, and my God, after that, whatever they do, one copy comes to you. Careful, okay, careful with all these things, and take the phone, but what you need to do is, number one, your caution before typing anything. Number one, factory reset that phone, number one. Second, you have to install this app called as Secure Eraser. Okay. Okay, ESET Nord 32, good, Ravindran sir, superb it is. Okay, so this is an app called as Secure Eraser. Secure Eraser is the app. You have to go to this Secure Eraser. So what will happen is, if you have the Secure Eraser, then you will format your phone in military grade. I repeat, military grade formatting of the phone will happen. So military grade formatting means your phone will be, they'll put junk data in your phone, formatted junk data, format 8 times. They're going to put junk data in your phone and format it. So this way, what will happen is you will have your data completely wiped off, and nobody will be able to access it. Okay, so this is very, very important. All right, so let's go further. Yeah, my next question. Now look at this. this is cell phone towers, right? So my question for all of you is, one second, my chat. Okay. So my question for all of you is, assume that you are standing somewhere on MG Road. You are in the MG Road. Don't worry about the city, some city, MG Road. Okay. Now, because today is Mahatma Gandhi's birthday, so MG Road. So you're on the MG Road. There is a cell tower 1 kilometer away from you. There's one more tower 2 kilometers away from you. Yeah. And there's one more tower 3 kilometers away from you, one more 4 kilometers away. So 4 towers are there, same network. Let us assume that you're on that useless Vodafone network. I hate Vodafone. Okay, I'm using Vodafone, and for the last 1 month, my calls are dropping like anything. So you're on Vodafone network, 4 towers are there. You're on MG Road. One tower is 1 kilometer, 2 kilometer, 3 kilometer, 4 kilometer away from. Which tower will your phone get connected to? Please comment in the comment section. Vodafone CIO, he has to give me a premium connection, not feel bad. It's true. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yogesh ji has also said the right answer. Some other randomly. No. Strongest signal. Absolutely. See, your phone will not know which is the nearest and farthest tower. Your phone will only get to know which is the tower giving you the strongest signal. Yes, Suresh ji, you're right. Strongest signal. So it may be tower which is 3 kilometers away from you giving the strongest signal, provided the line of sight is clear. If the line of sight is clear, you will get the strongest one. But if it is, even if a tower is 1 kilometer away and a lot of buildings and walls and all that, then possibly that you will not get the strongest signal. Okay, now using this technique, what I can do is I can buy this device called a Stingray, and I will keep it outside your office. If I keep this device outside your office, it's called IMSI catcher. IMSI catcher. Okay, this device is called IMSI catcher. So what I do is I keep this device outside your office, and your phone will be tricked. Your phone will think this is the newest, latest, strongest tower, and your phone gets connected to that. Especially for those of you who think that I'm using a smartphone, the solution for me is I have to use Nokia 1100. Even if you are using 1100 or 11100, whichever phone you use, it will get connected to Stingray. This device costs 80 lakh rupees. And if it is kept anywhere outside, it gets connected. And then what to do? What will happen? All calls you make, all data you send, all calls you receive, all messages you send, all messages you receive. Everything will be captured by this Stingray. What a danger. Who knows how many Stingrays are kept outside your office, and you think that you're sending a message to somebody. No, Baba, nobody is seeing, only between you and me. Nonsense. Nothing you and me. There's a third person also. So the solution for this, they don't see, sir, Vishwasji, Pegasus, how it works is I will be somewhere, I'll be in US, and I'll be sending that to your phone just by a missed call, WhatsApp missed call, and then I get connected. But in this, what I have to do in Stingray, I have to come with the device behind you every time. You will be moving. No, you will not be sitting in the office all the time. Pegasus, once it is installed, it is with you throughout. But this is like when you are at a particular place, there I keep this device. Yeah, I get connected. But the minute you go from there, Stingray, it gets disconnected because your phone will think that is not the strongest tower anymore, and it will get connected to the strongest tower. So that's how you don't get to know. Devices are not easily available. No. It is not easily available, but available. It's like gun. You can't easily buy it, but there. So how to identify Stingray? Everybody is asking this question. Simple. What you need to do is, you need to first understand how Stingray works. So basically, somebody is talking on the phone, you come with the Stingray and you give that signal, and after that, the phone gets connected to the newest tower, and then whatever you talk, whatever you message, and all comes. So this is the app. You can download this app from Play Store. It's called Android IMSI Catcher Detector. So Stingray's IMSI Catcher This is Android IMSI catcher detector. Unfortunately for iOS, I've not found a good one. If I get to know, I'll definitely give it. I'll give it. But this is for Android, which is IMSI catcher detector. Android, super it is. Okay, iOS I've not yet got, but I'll definitely check and I'll get back. All right. So this is about Stingray, and also be careful with these also. What is this? What is this called? What is the device called? Which does all this? Anyone? What's it called? Piece it does, no? Yeah, it's called shredder. Okay. So now this paper shredder, never shred your papers. Okay. Burn them. The important files, burn them. Why? Because there is a new app which has come called as Unshredder. So if you give me shredded pieces of paper, I can keep those papers on table, take a picture of that, and suddenly everything gets reordered using AI and ML, and I get the original content back. So this is called as Unshredder. So name of the app is Unshredder. So be careful. See, AI ML is huge. We can't even imagine what are the things that can happen with that. So this is one among them. All right. And also, if you're using Unshredder, yeah, Unshredder. And if you're, I'm not scaring you, Yogesh. I'm just telling you where we are right now. All right. So because day before yesterday, I had a session for the CRPF. So CRPF, and I was in those sessions, we talked about how other countries are attacking, what they're doing and all that. And if you had attended that session, it would have been scarier, because that is where the real fear is. Now, this is, yeah, it is scary, but format phone several times what to do in case of phone lost and you phone erase. Yeah, phone erase will not, see, basically what happens is, if you format your factory reset your phone and give it to me, I will not be able to access your contents unless and until I have this tool called as Celebrite. Okay, now Celebrite is an Israeli tool which I have it with me, but this tool will not. It's very expensive tool, and everybody will not have that tool. So if somebody gets a formatted phone, he will not be able to recover the data. Now with Celebrite, what I can do is I can not only recover. Celebrite can also break locks of iPhone also. It can break any locks. So this is the device. You can also check for Dr. Phone, DRFONE, Dr. Phone, which does a similar thing. It's like a cheaper version of Celebrite, Dr. Phone, DRFONE. All right. Okay. If you're using this one, LastPass, 1Password, Bitward, and KeePass, good. Yeah. Okay, KeePass and all that. So use it for generating passwords. And I always recommend people to use, don't use OTP, but use Authenticator, Microsoft Authenticator, Google Authenticator. Okay. So Picasso, no sir, no, I've not checked, but what you can do is you can please send me the details of that. I will do a check on that, and I will give it. Okay, so Murthy sir is using Google Authenticator. Super. So use Authenticator, because what happens is if you don't get network, especially like the Vodafone network, which I have, OTP doesn't come, what you will do? You will not be able to log in on it. I'm unable to log in my GoDaddy because of this Vodafone. So I've decided wherever I go, I will ban Vodafone till my network becomes fine, or I'll wait for a month. If it doesn't get fine, I'll port it. Okay. So anyways, please recommend Android apps for IMSI catch up prevention. App Store has lots of. No, it's I'll send you that app. Okay, it's the same screenshot which I've sent you. That same app, you'll have to go for it, and I'll send the link to Anish. Okay, Authenticator. Anybody is using YubiKey? I want to see if somebody is using YubiKey. Yeah, see, OTP, the security issue is, see, there are two issues. Number one is OTP doesn't come, what you will do because of the network congestion and all that. Number one. Okay. Number two, the problem with thing is, if your phone has got this one, what is that? Some keylogger and all that, they can capture your OTP. You know? So in that case, YubiKey is the best option. No key comes, nothing comes. You can directly put a physical USB in the drive, and then you are done. And also you get these pen drives with physical keys because we store a lot of confidential data on our on our pen drives, and we lose our pen drives often. So it's always recommended to have this pen drive which has got physical keys, 256-bit encrypted pen drives. Okay, DuckDuckGo, sir told that time that he uses. Superb. Use DuckDuckGo for searching, but DuckDuckGo on Epic browser, DuckDuckGo on Tor browser. See, the other day, a stalker found a celeb's house by studying the reflection on her pupils. It's crazy because when I take a picture, whatever is in front of me falls on my this one retina, and if you zoom the retina, you will get to know where the person is standing and all that. So this is how, from Yahoo News, I saw this. I was shocked when I saw this because you know that a lot of data. What is this data called? I told it in the last seminar. Anyone? What is the data about photos called? What is the name for that? Data about photos? Exactly. EXIF. Durai Swamiji, EXIF, absolutely. It's called EXIF. So EXIF, exchangeable image format. So with that, you can get to know whether flash was used, which camera was used, editing has been done and all that. So superb. In our next lecture, we're going to talk about doxing. Okay. So doxing is like how I told you, whether your picture has been there in some other social site. Somebody told me that 30 sites are showing that and all that. Correct. So not just your picture, but also your details, your address, your numbers and whatnot. See, the other day, one guy puts my contact number on a site called Grindr. I did not even know that the Grindr was there. So Grindr is a gay site where I started getting messages from so many gays where they started telling, Anant, you're so handsome. We're going to send you the flight tickets. Come to Bombay. Taj room is booked and all that. So all these things can happen. You never know when somebody can misuse your data. Therefore, in the next lecture, we're going to talk about doxing. Okay, we're going to talk about doxing. So we'll see how to get the details from various portals and whatnot. All right. So this is one thing. And VPN, I told you that time, I'm going to talk about some free VPNs. So Freedom, iVPN, NordVPN, AirVPN, Mullvad, TunnelBear, and Windscribe. So these are some of the free VPNs that you can use. So that your data stays encrypted and your ISPs, the biggest guy. And I don't know how many of you have read the papers today. India is going to get a new ISP. Who is the new ISP who's coming to India? Anyone? And he's giving GBPS, not MBPS. He's giving GBPS. Who's the new ISP?
It's Tesla, Amazon.
Absolutely. Tesla and Amazon, who is coming and giving us satellite internet for the entire country. Satellite internet is going to come. So why are they coming? Love for India? Nothing. It is only because they want our data. So Amazon guy will get to know what is it that is there in your mind so that he can sell it from his website. Okay. So use HTTPS everywhere. Use Tor. Anybody using Tor here? Tor? Anyone? Good. So Murthy sir is using Tor. Superb. It blocks trackers. It defends against surveillance. Resists fingerprinting. Multi-layered this one. What is that? Encryption. And always important point where I tell everybody during this one, my lectures on Swachh devices is if you are low on battery, don't use public charging stations. Always carry your charger with you, carry a battery bank with you, or if you have to use a public charging station, switch your phone off and then charge your device. Because sometimes what happens is, see, we are all tech guys. We all know what can happen. But one mistake can really, really cost us a lot. And always buy devices from authorized dealers, please. Because you never know when the digital devices that you buy online and all that, it might have some pre-installed keyloggers in it. And whatever I've said, don't try them unless you love Indian jails, because I've been only telling you about stingrays and all that. Tomorrow, don't buy a stingray and keep it outside somebody's office and all that. Don't do that. I've only been telling this so that you can stay safe and protected. And I told you in the last session, right, how your car can go against you, because internet is there in the car and somebody can control your car from anywhere. They can put a small box like a GPS tracker in your car and you would not even know. Next 3 years, they will see where you are because the battery lasts for 3 years. So they can do that. And also they can switch on, switch off your car. Be a little careful before handling giving your car to somebody, number one. Number two, whenever you are keeping your car for service, authorized service centers, because cars are also digital devices now. Cars also have internet in them. Cars also have microprocessor, your electronic control unit, ECU is there in the car. So you have to be very careful. Hospitals also. I'm not going to talk about hospitals because this is another thing. See, valet parking, that's what, sir. What they can do is a small device like this, they simply put it, like, I'm giving a simple example. Assume that you go to this hotel always for food, okay, and your wife has a doubt on you. I'm not giving your example, I'm giving somebody's example. Wife has a doubt. Wife tells the other guy that install this particular thing in the car, or simply you put this in the car. Wife and you don't stay together, you stay somewhere far. So somebody takes that and puts it, or girlfriend puts that small device in your car, you would not even know. Next 3 years, wherever you're going, coming, this person sits at home and gets to know what you're doing. Similar to this particular, see, and somebody's car was crashed the other day, sitting remotely. So we know that GPS works, and this is the website. Please visit this. maps.google.com/location history. The other day, the husband, when he went out of the house, he forgot to log out from his Gmail, and he told at home that boss is calling, I'm going for my office, and instead he had gone to his girlfriend's house. Wife sits at home and types maps.google.com/location history. Live tracking she does of her husband. Live tracking. This guy goes to her flat, this girlfriend's flat, and wife calls him and tells, where are you, honey? And he's like, I'm with my boss. I will talk to you later. Okay, bye. He tells and he cuts. Similar to what happened in that 9/11 attacks. The guy goes from house, tells at home that he goes to office, and then goes to girlfriend's house, switches off his phone. At 12:30, when he opens his phone, he sees so many missed calls of his wife, calls her, and he tells, why so many calls? And she's like, how are you? What is wrong with you? She's like, talk softly. I'm sitting in office and I'm working. Okay, so this is what happened, and then the building were blown off by Osama, and this guy sitting in the office and is working. So anyways, be careful with this. Maps.google.com/location history, and disable history for peace of mind and happy family life. Yeah, it's always better to switch off, disable the history. It's always better. Otherwise, anybody can sit anywhere and keep checking if somebody has enabled it or not. Okay, so this is important. And go to Google My Activity. I've written what to do, so please do that. And lock it tight and all those features are there. I mean, third party you don't need when your phones are only offering this. Okay, and also incognito mode, you use it on your keypad also, because the keypad also captures everything that you type, your passwords, your usernames, your messages and all that. So incognito mode is there. Go to the incognito mode in that also, not only in the browser, but also in your keypad. And yeah, the last topic for today is we have all used SIM. We have used micro SIM, we have used nano SIM, we have used eSIM. Now a new SIM has come called vSIM, virtual SIM. So you can use that also. So you can get a foreign number. You can connect it to your Indian number, and you can give your foreign number to anybody you want, and it looks like you're actually by spoofing your actual number. You're not telling your real number to anyone. You can just give this foreign number. That way you can stay safe. Okay, your actual number, Indian number, is hidden. Or you have to be so powerful that you can get a letter from the DC and give it to the Vodafone CEO. And that fellow gives you CLIR, which is caller line identification restricted, which means whenever you call somebody on their phone, it shows private number calling. How many of you have got such calls on your phone when you get calls from somebody? 1 or 2 numbers in your life you must have got. It says private number calling. So which means that that person has got CLIR, Anish ji has got, Sanjay ji has got. Good. So private number calling. Okay. So this is how it works. So careful. And WPA3 always. Okay. Wi-Fi WPA3, not WPA2, WPA3. Change your router. Put a WPA3. Why it is good, I have also mentioned over here. And Tails is the operating system which I want you to use. Fantastic. It comes in a pen drive. Directly put the pen drive anywhere in the desktop or laptop, and it boots from the pen drive. Use it and remove the pen drive. No traces left anywhere. Superb. Okay, so use that. And some important features I've written here. Follow them just to see on Snapchat, on Google, Facebook, what are those privacy features that you need to incorporate so that you can stay safe. But very important, not just stay safe, your health also should be fine. No, work from home, everybody's stomach has come out of the home. So we have to be very careful. And neck problem is there. Don't bend your neck too much, because the more you bend, the more strain. So we've started getting neck pain. So number one, cubes is good, sir. Use that operating system. It's fine. For every 20 minutes of screen time, for 20 seconds, look 20 feet away. We've already for 1.5 hours and we have not looked away at all. So eyes, it gets strained. Some exercises I've written so that you can do that and you can stretch and you can stay healthy and safe. And never look at the screen in the dark. Never. Okay. Always switch on the lights and look at the screen, mobile and all that. And then use these glasses. You can buy them from 999 rupees, goes all the way up, which comes with Blu-ray blocker. Digital screens are made to Blu-rays. Buy this, otherwise you get headache. The more you see the screen, the more headache you get. All right. Cybercrime helpline number is 155260. Please save it. And cybercrime reporting portal is cybercrime.gov.in. Okay. And if you are wasting your time too much on social media, anti-social, off time, onward, and quality time. These are the 4 apps you can install on your phones so that it will limit your online presence on social media. And to secure your phone, what needs to be done? I have written some points for Android as well as iOS, which was also given in the last session. And for the ones who have not attended the last session, you get this PPT as well, where you can follow them. 28 points for Android and 27 points for iOS. Please follow that. Like my page. I'm on Facebook, Dr. Anant Prabhu Gurpur. It's my blue tick verified page. So please stay in touch. And somebody asked for my number. Yes, this is my number. This is my contact. Most welcome to stay in touch. And if you have any questions for the next 5 minutes, let's go.
Yes, quite on time. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Before we go to the next segment, that is vote of thanks from Yogesh Jope Sahab, there are quick 4-5 questions. Can we take them if you don't mind? Okay. So the first one
if I know the answer, I will tell. If I don't know, I'll search on Google and I'll tell, sir. Okay.
That's all right. Okay. Would it be safe if we set auto forwarding rule from Gmail to Proton Mail?
Yeah, but it does not serve the purpose, because all the emails that you send and receive will route through Gmail. So Gmail gets to know what are the mails. So just use Proton Mail only. So that way what will happen is they don't get to know what the Proton Mail only does not encrypt the subject line of your email, the subject. Other than that, everything is encrypted. But in Gmail, nothing is encrypted unless you go to that encrypt feature and do it. There's an encrypt feature in Gmail. Yeah.
I have a strange question from Amit Khan here. I got this message. Currently, data for your location operator is not available. It will be available soon. It may be related to the application that we were referring earlier to check our. Okay, so I'll miss that.
So in that case, they are slow, because I told you this is beta. They have not yet announced it anywhere. So I wanted you people to use it. So I've told. So they are slowly updating the data from many cellular providers, and different states have different providers. So accordingly, but keep checking, sir. Probably you will get it soon.
Sure. Same, I think related to Shirish Saab has asked about same number getting repeated on that Aadhaar authentication app. Okay. And then there is a question from Udit Sahab, that is, would you be aware that what government has a roadmap to make services of TAFCOP and CEIR on Umang app?
No, I don't know, sir, but I will check that out and I'll tell you.
Okay. Okay. So that concludes our question and answer session. There were quite a few questions on our chat box, which I could not go through. So I requested the participants to put it in a Q&A. However, with that, keeping the time clock up, I will hand over to Yogesh Jope Sahab for a vote of thanks.
Prabhuji,
Yogeshji?
thank you. Thank you so much. This was excellent session. And then I need to call you Prabhuji only. Because, yeah. I really started wondering when you were all talking what as a human beings, where we are going. This is digital, no doubt we are all CIOs and then we are passionate about technologies, but then it's coming with its own risk. And it's whatever you are telling is really scary. No doubt we have to accept the risk and then go forward and then mitigate in the structured manner. But then the tips given by you was fantastic. Miss all the response. I'm sure that you are reading the comments everyone is putting. There are around 75 participants across India, and then everyone is appreciating this. Despite we being CIOs and then in the information business, I think most of us are unaware of many of these things because we are too busy in taking care of business things and missing this crucial part where I think we should be aware. Thank you for this eye-opener session. I'm sure that all your sessions are going to be fabulous, and thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thanks to Anis, sir.
Thank you, Yogesh, sir.
Anis, thank you for this. This is excellent. I missed earlier session and regretting that now. No doubt I would see the recording. And Prabhuji, I will not miss any of your session, I promise you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so Anisa, would you like to add a couple of words from your side?
Sure. Thank you, Dr. Anand Prabhuji, for these amazing insights and wonderful sessions. I'm sure for all of our CIOs, this is much beneficial and eye-opener for all of us. And many thanks to CIO Club Pune chapter and other chapters in attending this Swachh Devices session on the occasion of Gandhi Jayanti. Thank you for your appreciation and for your active participations. My special thanks to Dr. Anand Prabhuji. This is our second session and 2 more yet to go. Yogesh Saab is going to announce for the remaining 2 sessions. So thank you, Dr. Saab, and for taking your time out of your schedule and conducted this session for CIO Club. The last half hour has been an enriching experience for all of us and for all our CIOs in India. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I shared the PPT with Anis, sir, so that he will send it to you. And Sanjay ji is telling that I was fast. Pakka in the next session, I'll go slower. Sure.
Okay. Thank you.
That you have so much content to share.
Yeah.
If you want to cover everything, I think we have to arrange another 2 sessions.
We'll go a little slow.
So just to a couple of announcement from our side to the CIO forum here. In upcoming days, that is on 14th of November 2021 on Sunday at the same time, that is 4 p.m. India time to 5:30 India time, we have Cyber Safe Girl session from Prabhu Sahab that is specially focused on Children's Day and children's activity, especially digital format. And on 25th of December 2021, on Christmas Eve, we have parental control and digital de-addiction, a very important session that is also on Sunday, 4 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. for all of us. Please do make sure you log in, you attend and adhere to those. It's very important and critical in this current world, making sure that we are, either digitally de-addicting ourselves and making safe and secure ourselves. That's the commitment that we all, as a CIO forum, can give it to our country, our organizations that we all do. That's it from my side, and this is Yogesh Darke from Pune Chapter Group. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Dr. Saab.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.